Off the rugged coast of West Australia's Pilbara region lies a remote island steeped in mystery, history and cultural significance. This is Depuch Island, also known as Womalana to the Nullama people, the traditional custodians of this land. Depuch Island stands out for its dramatic volcanic origins. It's one of the few volcanic islands along this part of the Australian coast, formed millions of years ago by ancient lava flows that still define its jagged shoreline and rocky interior. In 1801, the French expedition led by Nicolas Bourdon became the first Europeans to map the island, naming it after one of their officers, Louis Depuch. Little did they know they were sailing into a landscape with one of the richest collections of Indigenous art in Australia. In the 1960s, the island came under threat from industrial development. Plans to build a major iron ore port were halted when archaeologists and Indigenous leaders highlighted the island's cultural significance. Today, Depuch Island remains largely untouched, a rugged refuge for native wildlife and a sacred site for the Nullama people. It's a reminder that nature, culture and history are deeply entwined, and that some places are worth preserving, no matter how remote. Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Just down at Balla today. Been meaning to get down here for a while. Been watching the weather, and the particular window weather I've been after is like no wind all day. Wasn't too worried about the tides, mainly just the wind, because today I'm going to paddle out to Depuch Island, which is a few k's off the coast of Balla Harbour. We're in neat tides at the moment, but we've just come off some pretty high tides, so there's mud everywhere. Made it a bit hard, but we're getting down there. It's not too bad. Yeah, looking forward to this one. Hopefully there might be some squid around if I'm lucky. See how we're going. Oh, excuse the heavy breathing. Conditions are perfect. Balla, I can't beat it. My favourite spot. Let's go. So what we got on board today, running a little bit heavier today, because I'm going out. I wouldn't say I'm going out wide, but going out in a bit of deeper water. So I got me Saragossa 10,000 50-pound braid, 100-pound leader. Oh, sorry, 80-pound leader. That's only a small lure. I just realised I don't have anything a lot bigger, so we'll see how that goes. That's trolling along while I head over to the island. Going for squid today. Get a load of that squid jig. A mate gave that to me to borrow, so I can't lose that. I'll find out what it is. I'll put it on the screen for you. Just on my light combo there. And I got my old trusty, my Corrado, and my soft plastic rod just for casting in the mangroves. But I'm going to have to behave myself today. The mangrove spots that I normally like to fish at this time of the morning, I'm just going straight past. So I've got to be disciplined. I want to get out to the island just in case the wind blows up, which the forecast says it's not. That doesn't really mean shit these days, does it? So got to be a good boy and not go to all my old fishing haunts that I like to try. I better go back and get my wheels. I left them up there in the mud. They're busted. Okay, we are on the water officially. Pretty muddy launch. I got mud everywhere. My sounder's not working. I think I got mud stuck up inside the transducer, which is a shame because I really want to know my depth as I'm going over. I can't do much about that. Anyway, if you're wondering where I'm going, that's the mouth of Balla Creek. And that big hill in the distance there, that's Depuch Island. And that's where we're going to head. Oh, bit of a bust up over there at that creek mouth. Discipline, discipline, keep paddling. Don't do it, don't go over there. That way, that's where we're going. Forward, forward. Tide's still running out a bit. There's two beaches to go to. There's one on like the southern side, one on like the northeastern side. I'll point to them and put up the names that the beaches are called. I did look at it last night, but I can't remember. Not too sure which one I'll go to first. That one there's a bit further away, so be more of a straight line paddle. So yeah, we'll see. We might head over there. Okay, we are getting closer. We're nearly here. The first beach. I don't think this is the one with a creek on it. I might have to head further that way for that one. But we'll stop up here and have a bit of a look around and see what we can find. Getting closer. Bit of a rocky beach here. We're coming up to some sand. This is a good spot to pull up here. Go have a look down the back there. See, got some looks like gum trees down the back there. I'd be interested to know what sort of trees they are. We'll go over there and have a bit of a look. And it's getting shallower, rocky sort of bottom. Looks real good. Rudder up. Feels hard, that's good, no mud. I'll drag my kayak up because the tide is coming in. And I'm not sure what we're going to be in for. Don't want to go for a wander. Go for a wander and have the kayak gone when I come back. Yeah, I do have a PLB on me. And I do have a Zolio in the kayak as well. Just in case. There are people who know where I'm going. Know what to do if I don't come back tonight or later this afternoon. They know what time I'm coming back, so taking all those precautions. Wow, look at this joint. Now wouldn't this be a good spot to camp? I reckon I could find a camp spot out here. Bring a little hiking tent out, stay for the night. That'd be awesome. Something washed up over here, we'll go have a look. A few cat tracks. So we've got some cats out here. Yeah, so I don't know if I've wandered into someone's campsite here. Blankets, pillow, bottle of water. Looks like it's been sitting here a while. That doesn't feel hot, that feels wet, that's cold. No one's been here for a while. Bit of a shame people got to leave their shit out here, eh? Bloody shame. Either that or I've just stumbled across someone's campsite and they're still here. I don't know. Hello. Anyway. Definitely eucalyptus trees. Spinifex is getting thicker as I get over there. Like a little freshwater creek during the rain, I would imagine. Wow, what a contrast. Yeah, so I was wondering if this was like going to be a good spot to camp if I come and stay here overnight, but not likely. No real open area. Looks like it's a creek, like a water course that would run back up there. Nice big eucalyptus tree. Beautiful. Anyway, we'll make it back to the beach. Here we are. The old King's gazebo strikes again. The thing is, the issue is not actually the King's gazebo. It's the bloody idiots who buy them and just leave them out in places like this. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Jeez. God. That's so frustrating.
This island is not just another stretch of coastline. It holds cultural, ecological and emotional significance for locals, visitors and the land itself. To see it treated like a dumping ground felt like a violation. These items weren't just rubbish. They were symbols of carelessness, of someone's disregard for the very environment that makes this place so special.
Kayak's still there, that's good. So I'm going to take advantage of how good the weather is. I'm pretty keen to paddle up to the next beach because that's the one with the creek in it. So we're going to relaunch, head up the, I think it's like the northeast face of the island, I think it is. So we'll get the kayak back in. See if I can get the sounder going too, that'd be good. I think we've had a 10-degree drop. So last time I was out in the kayak, I think we were having like 31, 32 degree water temps. Now we're down to 23, which is shuts down the barramundi, but makes coming out here a lot more bearable, that's for sure.
The kayak pushed forward as I let a trolling line out behind, soft plastic skimming just below the surface, with not a lot of grace or precision. Considering I was outside a decent bite window, I wasn't feeling hopeful. Maybe it was the weather, maybe it was just a gut feeling, but my confidence in landing anything decent today was low. To top it off, my fish finder had definitely packed it in. No side scan, no depth, no idea what lay beneath. Just empty blue and the creaks and squeaks from my pedal drive demanding a decent service. I was trying to stay optimistic, but without that screen lighting up with signs of life, I felt like I was fishing blind. And frankly, it annoyed me more than I wanted to admit. Still, a line was in, I was moving, and maybe, just maybe, that lure would tempt something hungry down there. But I wasn't holding my breath.
So how's this beach here? I'm pretty sure this is called Beagle Beach. I looked it up on my phone, it said it was Beagle Beach. Great place to launch up. Camp spot over there, be awesome. Seems to be a couple of fish around the bay here. Had a couple of good pulls, nothing that really hooked on. Probably GTs or barracuda or something. Could be queenies or something like that. But I'm hanging on to my rod tight because when they do grab, they grab hard. You hear me, old trusty had a bit of a barney there with a fish with a few teeth on it by the looks. Oh, that'll do for now. He's on. Oh, lost him. Oh. Oh, pulled the hooks. Try again. Little GTs, I reckon. Yep. Oh. We'll get that hook out and sit that hook proud. Oh, there you go, Sword. Try that. Spooked them. That's a decent fish, eh? Whatever that is. That's it, got him that time. Oh, they're bloody long toms. Oh, I wouldn't have pulled the hook so hard if I'd known it was a long tom. Oh well. Again, no more long toms.
Well, the fishing just wasn't firing today, so I found myself walking along the coarse sand, watching the tide pulling back to reveal stretches of shell-strewn shoreline. It was a peaceful walk, just me, the sound of the waves and the rhythmic crunch of each step. But almost immediately, I was reminded of the human fingerprint that reaches even this far. Up on the high tide line was a clear glass bottle, not dulled by sun and sand, and unmistakably out of place. A little further on, I spotted a weathered fishing net float, tangled in seaweed, worn smooth by the ocean, but still clearly synthetic. These remnants, likely swept in from elsewhere, were a contrast to the natural beauty around me. Nature was still offering its gifts though. Nestled between dune grass and the ripple-marked sand were trumpet shells, beautiful, intact, their spiral forms catching the early light. I picked one up and turning it in my hand, it felt like a small redemption for the bottle and the float. By the time I reached the creek at the far end of the beach, about 500 metres from where I started, I was feeling that familiar mix of awe and irritation. The creek, winding gently into the sea, was a perfect scene. I reached for my GoPro, wanting to capture the moment, only to find the battery was dead. Typical. So not feeling deterred one bit, I made a new plan. I'll come back at the turn of the tide and fish the run-in, right when the water begins pushing back into the creek. You never know, there just might be some fish in there. I guess we'll find out in next week's episode. Join me then as my day adventure on Depuch Island continues. I stumble across incredible Aboriginal artwork and, against all expectations, finally land a decent fish. And thanks for watching, folks. If you really like this video, just smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment if you want to, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel already. Cheers, folks. We'll see you then.